Hey, this is Dark Train Gas, and this is gonna be kind of stupid. This is gonna be kind of stupid. I sat here, read past this, and didn't even notice it. I'm a little bit devastated by this. It's heartbroken, slightly. Um, it's another competitive, something else that's gonna affect competitive things. I know I just made a whole video about Thunder Wave and about Mega Kangaskhan, but now this came down the pipeline. I just want to give a little bit of a discussion about how I feel about this one. So basically. They decided to nerf Confusion as well. I mean, everybody knows originally Confusion was a 50-50 chance, flip of a coin type situation. But that no longer exists. Now it's a 33% chance. So it's almost a third of a chance compared to the last couple the last couple craps. What are they called? The last couple generations. This can be very, very dangerous. One, there are some moves that are so powerful that the confusion chance actually gave them a little bit of a nerf, and now with this, they will now be less nerf. They're actually gonna get a little bit of a buff. I'm gonna get to those in a second. So first of all, let's get into this. So basically, confusion is no longer 50% chance. It's now a 33% chance, which now means that a little bit more. I'm gonna say it's not really a little bit. It's a little bit more of a chance of you basically breaking through, and it's gonna be I think they said something like they did a test, and the test was the guy out of 550 tries, they only hit themselves 270 something times. So that basically means that it's almost little less than half of the time. Little less than half of the time you actually did it. Now this is going to be the problem here. There are some moves such as Dynamic Punch, which has just got nerfed because of that. One of the big things with Dynamic Punch is the confusion after the massive amount of damage. That now you're gonna do massive damage, and then the chance of them getting hit is less. Mind you, Dynamic Punch a lot of times one shots, depending on if you're going for the super effective hit or not. So that's not so bad. But what has people sweating right now is Outrage. Outrage is definitely gonna be a problem. Outrage. The one benefit to Outrage when somebody does it to you is you can sacrifice a mon, bring something else in, and eat another Outrage if they don't hit theyself. And if they hit theyself, then you get a free Ice Beam off or a super effective hit. You go for the super effective hit and you take them out. The problem now is there's only a 33% chance. So now when they get confused, there's more of a chance of them breaking through and getting off another set of Outrages. So now you have a secondary chance to sweep. That gives Outrage sort of a buff. And Outrage already has a high base power. I think it's 120 base power, and it does a lot of damage. It does. It could punch a hole through a team, especially with a Dragonite, things like that. And now we got this new Dragon fighting type who we know is going to have a huge physical attack. I know Outrage from him is going to hurt, and we don't even know the power about this. What's it called? Dragon Hammer? We don't even know what that does yet, but that's definitely going to hurt. So those are two big complaints. Two big worries that I have now is Outrage is getting the buff, Dynamic Punch is getting a nerf, Swagger is now dangerous to use. It's probably going to be on the obsolete list because now when you Swagger, Swagger para still works together if you don't miss the para now. There are other moves you can use to para. There's Glare, things like that. I think Glare barely misses. You can use Glare. So this way is to combat the paralyzing issue. The big issue now will be that now when you swagger somebody, you might actually be helping them more. So say I swagger somebody, they go into an Outrage. Go into Outrage, start body and stuff. Now you're +2 Outrage and body and stuff. Then you go into a Confusion, which you were already confused. Say you break through that, now you do another second. I didn't gave you 2 boosts, and you're about to give my team the hands. I think this will actually allow Swagger to be used. There's no reason for it to be banned in Smogon now at this point. There's no reason to be. You can't. The confusion has been nerfed, so there's no reason to ban it in Smogon anymore. I think Smogon's going to eventually unban Swagger now at this point. VGC. There's no real reason for it to be banned there either, so it's definitely going to run rampant in there. Matter of fact, it's 33% is such a low chance that you actually could just swagger your partner of mine without using what's the name to combat the confusion, and you would still probably benefit from it. But that's one of the things that I'm a little worried about. I can't think of some other stuff. There's probably some other things that it probably will end up affecting, but right now those are the things in the competitive scene that is definitely putting some hands on. Um, I'm gonna get about here. I got a couple more discussions to do, and this Dark Trend of Gas. I'm gonna make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Show your support to my channel. Let people know that there's a Dark Trend of Gas out here. Me and Crocodile putting hands on people, doing work, getting up out of here. Deuces.